Questions for Coach?
So, Coach, just in general, how do you feel like you guys did in that one, particularly in the fourth quarter? You were down, I think, by 11. You held them to, I think, one field goal in the last 7 minutes of the game. What did you feel about your effort, particularly in the fourth?
Man, it was incredible. You know, our effort was incredible. The way that we actually executed down the stretch. I mean, we've had a lot of games, in particular, even last game, where we struggled in the fourth quarter. But man, we just were so resilient. You know, we had so many guys play well in the game. They couldn't control Nurk. Nurk was big time. Made that big time three. But no, I just thought, you know, we did a really good job of changing up our defenses and our coverages. We went from zone to man and changed some of those things up, double teamed a little bit. I mean, we kept them off guard, I thought. And man, so many guys just played well.
Can you talk a little bit more about Nurk's performance and just the run that he's been on lately? You've talked about how you're playing more through him and relying more on him with Damian and to a lesser extent now CJ out, but it really seems like he is really taking it to another level.
Nurk is taking his game. He's taken his game to another level. I mean, he's really settled in. And, you know, it's funny. I said this, you know, early in the season, like, you know, these guys are trying to really kind of get to know me, and I'm doing the same thing, getting to know them, you know, where they can be best served, where you can use them most. And Nurk he's just taking it to another level. I mean, they start off the game trapping them from the very first play of the game. And I told Nurk in the first time out, I said, Nurk, it just might not be a night. If they're going to trap you every time, they're not going to let you play basketball. But that's okay. You can go get you 15 assists. You know, we'll be cutting. We'll make ourselves available. And then a couple guys cut, got layups, got a three. They stopped trapping. And we just kept throwing it to them, you know. We kept throwing it to them. I mean, 37 minutes, really 38 minutes is a lot for Nurk. You know, it's a lot. It really is. But, I mean, you look at his numbers, and, I mean, he was unstoppable.
Offensive rebound, hook shot, game winner, I think.
Yeah. He told me walking in the locker room he's going to change his name to Mr. Big Shot. I said, you keep doing that, you can have it.
You mentioned the three. He only took one tonight, but it was a rhythm, like it was open.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like it's that kind of stuff you've been talking about.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we ran a play, and he popped back on it, knowing that, you know, they were really trying to guard the basket. It was a short clock play. His IQ is just so high. You know, he just understands the game. I mean, you could tell that he was taught right, and his level of thinking is next level.
You mentioned the game versus Miami. You're right. You guys had a really hard time scoring in the fourth quarter. You get down 11. What are you telling the guys? What's the vibe in your huddles when that's happening? Because, I mean, you have that recent memory. You're on the road. You haven't won a ton on the road, even though you've got more road wins now than you had at the start of the season. So.
Well, you just got to keep everybody composed and understanding, knowing that teams are going to make runs in this league. In particular, you on the road. They're going to make a run. It's okay. But we're in good shape. I mean, we found what we felt worked. Get up 15. You know, we have a tough second quarter because we kind of went away with what we knew was working. And then we come back out. And I said, listen, they're going to make some runs. That's okay. We get back to our meat and potatoes, man, you know, and try to get back in the game. And we did.
Go to the Zoom. Aaron Fentress, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Right after Nurkic hit the follow-up after Simons missed the floater, he came back on the other end, and they ran a play for Tatum. They ran a screen to get Covington off as Tatum. You guys switched it. Nurkic ends up on Tatum, which wouldn't seem like a favorable mismatch, but he didn't allow Tatum to get around him and force Tatum to shoot a bad three. What did you think about that play by him?
It was a big-time play. I mean, he was a little upset with himself from a play or so before when Tatum got it, and Nurk kind of fouled him quickly, just trying to show at the level, giving Tatum 2 free throws. So that was his way of really kind of stepping up. We had our coverage, what we were going to do at that point. And Nurk just did a great job of competing on the play. I mean, he's guarding their best player pretty much with the game on the line. And he did a good job of not letting them turn that corner because Tatum was good at all night at getting downhill, turn that corner. Nurk did a great job, and Rocco was right there to help him. So that's how you want to win games, with guys helping each other defensively.
And I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Ant on a nightly basis. He didn't score a ton late, but the other night he didn't close well at all against Miami. We talked about that, but he had a couple of assists. He had a big steal, and even the floater he missed, he got that shot. He created that opportunity. What would you say about how he played the last couple of minutes there?
Yeah, I thought Ant was really good. I mean, I was on him, for settling for that 3-point shot. I thought he was a little bit tired. But even a couple minutes before that, so when they switch, if they're going to switch, we're going to run these plays to get these matchups on you. Don't let them off the hook, because their antennas will be up on the switch. So when you get back to the paint, you'll have kick out opportunities. And he did that, and then he also finished the big time layup. So he's just learning, man. He's just learning. He's seeing coverages that he's never seen before. Most of the time, the coverages that he sees, he's seeing now. He's seen Dame get those coverages, and he's kind of watching it from the bench. So he's actually in that, in those coverages now, and he's just learned every game.
When you called the timeout, when you guys were down, I think 11, what did you say to the guys? Because from that point on, you guys sort of took off.
I really just talked about how we got away from what we're doing to get up in the game. Let's get back to what we were doing. I mean, we found a remedy, what works. Don't get bored. Don't get bored. And we knew that they were going to make a run. We're not going to overreact to that. Everybody just stay composed. We're in good shape. And they came out and we made some defensive stops, made some shots, and it was a fun one.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Could you just talk specifically about your fourth quarter defense?
Yeah, I thought we kept them off balance. We switched from our zone to our man. We double team sometimes out of our man coverage. We went from we started in the zone and dropped to a man. We full court press. We changed it up. You can't let great players like Jason and Jay, you can't get those guys a steady diet of anything. They'll pick you apart. And we changed up who were on them sometimes. We try to keep fresh guys in there. And also I thought our pace, when we got rebounds, was just blowing it down, not letting them get set up, catching them off guard. I thought that had an impact on our defense too.
What does a game like this do for a young team's confidence? You go into a building, have a game come down to the wire, and find a way to not just compete, but actually get over that hump and win.
Yeah, Sherrod, we just 2 nights ago, we were in a similar situation in the fourth quarter. It really struggled. I think we scored 12 points in the fourth quarter, but man, did we play good and hard enough to win that game. And that was kind of my message to our team today, this morning, shoot around. As I said, man, games that we play hard enough to win, I want to win those games, man. We got to be able to execute better down the stretch, in the quarters. And we did that tonight. And I just think it just gives everybody confidence, to come in on the road and beat a good team. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say so, man. I'm so far removed from that. But I will say, and I spoke about it before the game. I mean, starting my career here, this will always be special when I come into this place. Even though it didn't last very long, it's always going to be special. My life was changed at that moment in my life. So, always had a lot of love for this organization. And nobody's really here other than some of the employees. From when I was here, but always a special place though.
We'll go one last question from Christos Celtics. Go ahead, Christos.
Coach, at this point of the season and playing against a team like the Boston Celtics, what kind of statement for you was that win?
Yeah, I don't know that that's a statement. I just want us to keep getting better, keep getting to know each other on the floor, keep holding each other accountable out there. I mean, our guys are talking so much more They're so much more in tune with one another, and that's all I want to do. You know, you let the chips fall where they may, but I just want us to just keep getting better, you know, as a team and keep getting closer, and our chemistry to keep, you know, keep elevating, and that's all that really matters to me. Thank you.